Hey guys, welcome back to Link in Bio. I'm Jenny.
And I'm Alejandro. And sorry for the bad dancing moves, but you know what?
We always have bad dancing moves, brother. I don't even know what the hell to do anymore.
Well, you know what? You know someone that doesn't know what to do is this guy that broke the world record for twerking.
What? So we're going to talk about that?
We'll talk about that.
Ooh.
You know Nick Castellanos? Well, he's hitting bombs. And it's like a weird multi-mercado vibe going on there.
I heard.
Don't spill the tea, sister.
All right.
Y también we're talking about some like kind of creepy paranormal stuff with the Zone of Silence in Mexico. So.
Oh, I've heard about La Zona del Silencio.
You like to translate everything, don't you?
We're also going to be with the evil cooks who share some dark recipes. And there's some mashing going on. You'll see. And Cheetos Deja tu Huella ambassador Brizzo Torres joins us.
Hey.
So excited to talk to her.
No, yeah.
And Cata Balzano breaks down the Copa consequences.
That was a whole...
It was,
Yeah, that
un
was crazy.
desmadre.
To say the least.
But let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Alejo, there are things that are certain in this country, like theft, taxes, and my boy Nick Castellanos hitting a home run every time a tragedy happens.
What do you mean?
Like somebody dies or something happens in our country, count on my boy to hit a home run and just overshadow it, apparently.
No way.
Yes way.
Well, let's see. Break it down. Like, what has he predicted? What does he hit home runs?
So, you know, you got the death of Osama bin Laden.
Really?
Boom. Nick Castellanos hits a home run. Go get it in the parking lot.
Okay, that's one instance. But what else?
Trump assassination attempt.
No way. Last Saturday one? Is there more?
Yeah, my favorite one was an announcer that was publicly apologizing for using the F slur. Like during the broadcast, during his at-bat, he's saying, I'm sorry, like I let the fans down, you know, the
Organization,
team,
all that. Yeah.
Mid-sentence, boom.
He just shuts him up.
Nick hits a home run. in the middle of the I'm sorry.
Nick Castellanos was like, shut up.
Boom.
Dang, that's crazy.
So people are catching on to my dudes hitting home runs during tragedies. So, you know, Biden announced that he was, you know, withdrawing from the election. Guess what happened?
Vegas is going crazy.
Vegas was going crazy. DraftKings, bro, even if I would have known, I would have put like $100 on it. Look at the payout.
So this is the, okay,
$1,000 of $25 for $275.
So Biden announced this. People are like, oh, dang, Nick's going to do something.
He's due for something. He's due for something. And then, Lord and behold, boom, hits a danger.
So there's something to be said there with all these sports superstitions. It's like Nick Castellanos is living proof.
The government is falling apart, and my boy Nick's bat is just confirming things. Boom.
The
boom.
bat of justice. I don't know, but that's crazy, dude.
And it's been a historic month, you know, with everything going on, and Nick's been, you know, pretty on point with matching the energy of these tragedies.
Yeah, for sure.
So, you know, if you see Nick hitting a home run, just look around, jump on Twitter, make sure your family is safe.
Something's
or
going
our
down.
elected officials are safe, you know. But definitely keep an eye on him and bet on him whenever you hear these news, you know. Cash out. Look what $25 got this person right here. $275. Should have put 100.
Sister, have you heard about the Zone of Silence in the Chihuahuan Desert?
La Zona del Silencio.
That. Have you heard of that?
No, I haven't heard of it. I'm just translating it.
Oh, no, dude, it's crazy. So there's a 31-mile strip in Mexico where suddenly your phone goes silent. Radios stop working, and even compasses spin out of control.
What? It's like the Bermuda Triangle or like Area 51 or something.
In 1970, the Athena rocket launched from the United States Air Base in Utah and crashed in the middle of this whole zone of silence. The zone of silence is also home to a high concentration of meteor fragments and strange flora and fauna. So crazy stuff that you usually don't see in the real world. Tourists and locals in the area say that they spotted tall, light-haired aliens who asked them for water. The beings are known as Nordics. In the area, they claim to be from above, and they speak Spanish.
What? Aliens speaking Spanish?
I mean, they're in the zone of silence, but they still gotta communicate.
But they ain't silent.
They're not silent, correct.
What? Oh my God, I kind of want to go.
It's kind of creepy where like you're interested. It's like,
I love scary stuff and spooky stuff. Like around like Halloween time, there was this park and it's called Galster Park. So we literally took a step forward. The whole temperature just dropped immensely. And we just looked at each other. We didn't even talk. We were like, did you guys feel that? We're like, yeah. And it's known to be haunted, that park. Oh. So we're like, dude, like, let's get out of here. Like, that was weird. That was so weird. So crazy.
Just be real with me. What do you think of these moves? Imagine doing that for 3.5 hours straight to set the Guinness World Record.
I could do it for 3.5 hours straight.
That way, right? Yeah.
Just put on some music.
Well, supposedly he's twerking.
Twerking?
Yes. He has a little movement back there, you know?
Like, I'm not getting twerking. Like, when it comes to twerking, I need some cheeks.
Yeah, booty smacking, booty slapping. Yeah. Okay, I feel that. This record wasn't about, twerking for the longest time ever and breaking world records. It was essentially a mission to raise awareness about depression and the importance of mental health.
Hey, I love that.
Oh, yeah.
I love that. Twerking for a good cause.
Should we see how long we can twerk for?
Yeah, we can. Or we can see another random world record we can kind of like do.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool. Like, what do you think your world record would be?
How long? Oh, someone has ever pet a dog before.
How long do you think you could pet your dog for?
I could pet him for a long time.
Like 3.5 hours long?
No longer, brother. But I don't know if Charlie would fuck with that.
He's going to get all pissed off and walk away.
Maybe he'd get hot. Sometimes he gets annoyed.
He's a little overheated.
Yeah. What about you?
I don't know. Just saying I don't know.
Let's move on. Congrats to my boy. It was for a good cause. And I think it's only right, brother. It's only right if we end this segment with a little twerk.
We gotta do it now. I feel like the Tina girl from Bob's Burgers. Yeah.
Anyways, let's bye guys.
We all saw what happened at the Copa América. Actually, I lived it.
You were there, yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty brutal.
It was mayhem, to say the least. And those who snuck into the final without a ticket are beginning to face consequences.
Rumors are flying around, but here to help us break down what's actually happening is journalist Cata Balzano. Hi, Cata. Thank you so much for joining us today.
How are you? Thank you so much for having me.
Is it really true that 7,000 people were able to sneak into the Copa América?
Oh, yes. Rumors are true. It was actually more than 7,000. It was about 8,000 plus people were able to sneak in. I think sneak in is a funny thing to say because nobody snuck in. We all saw, on cameras. People climbing walls, climbing fences, passionate fans, as we call them in Spanish, hinchas, hinchas colombianos, hinchas argentinos. People were doing whatever they could to get in. So, it is indeed very true.
I guess the proper word would be break in. They broke into La Copa América. Me and my family, we all had our tickets. We were literally pushed into, I still have the bruises on my leg because my leg got caught on the ticket or the security thing.
Oh yeah, a little turnstile.
And we all it was a huge stampede. I genuinely was fearing for my life. And I think many people in the crowd were feeling the same way. Mm-hmm. It was difficult almost to enjoy the game and be present after surviving something. So
getting that right mindset for sure.
Or not catastrophic, but
I mean, it was intense for sure.
Kind of life-threatening.
And Cata, you said it was close to 8,000 people that again, broke in. But what are the repercussions for those who were caught?
Some of the penalties can be anything from loss of visa, hefty fines, imprisonment, and then others could be as severely as being deported from the country.
So what implications does this chaotic situation have on future events that are set to take place in the U.S.? We have the World Cup coming up and Olympics in the future as well.
The organization, Conmebol, wasn't prepared for the type of fandom that was coming to watch the game. Mm-hmm. So while the behavior of the people was atrocious and was very triggering to watch from a screen, or some of us that watched live for the organization to not prepare and for the logistics to not be as organized as they should have been, because throughout other games, other players and other people were also complaining that just the organization just wasn't at par. Consequences for unfortunately for La Selección Colombia, like for the team, they're facing a whole bunch of fines because of the behavior of the fans. And as a Colombian, it saddens me, because I consider, and I know Daniela would agree with me, that when it comes to the guys, when it comes to La Selección, they le dieron el corazón entero. They played with their hearts. They made us all very, very proud. We were all excited, you know. We don't get to see our team become finalists of a Copa América as often as we would like to. So for us, we were just all very, very excited.
Yeah.
I think that there's probably going to be a lot of new regulations. This was probably a learning curve for organizations that are going to be part of or hosting for the FIFA World Cup in 2026.
It sucks for those fans that like genuinely just want to go to a game, enjoy.
Yeah.
Because then again, the follow-up games, like we've seen in Mexican soccer too, where like there's empty stadiums because we can't behave. It's just like, and
it's
then
a bummer.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard La Selección was facing consequences when it was not their fault. I mean, we love them so much. We're crazy because of them. But that's not an excuse. We should be respectful. And these consequences, I think they're needed so that this never happens again. El fútbol, el amor al fútbol nos apasiona, but that's not an excuse.
Disappointment. What is it?
Disappointment.
I'm not mad. I'm disappointed.
I'm not mad. I'm disappointed in you. That's what I felt like.
Right.
Bueno, thank you so much for joining us to help talk about what happened, what's happening. We really appreciate you joining us, Cata.
I appreciate you inviting me.
And where can people find you on social media?
All over social media as Cata Balzano.
Beautiful. All right, cool. Well, thank you, Cata. Talk soon.
Thank you, Cata.
Bye.
¿Y cómo se llama?
Yo, Higinio.
Higinio. Aquí estamos con Higinio y vende elotes, raspados y esquites. Dinos más de su negocio.
Pues, ¿qué le puedo decir yo? Lo único que les puedo decir de él es que, pues, con la bendición de Dios me va muy bien. Vendo, pues, ahí, más o menos. Lo que me gusta de él es que, pues, no trabajo para nadie. Es mi propio negocio.
¿Y qué es lo más difícil de ser, pues, elotero?
Lo más difícil es perder la vergüenza, o sea, que no tener vergüenza para poder vender. Hay mucha gente que le da pena andar vendiendo en la calle y todo eso.
¿Puede explicar del carrito?
Bueno, pues mire, el carrito pues es un carrito muy cómodo para nuestro negocio. Está un poquito caro, está caro, pero vale la pena la inversión porque pues con este se mueve uno de un lado para otro más rápido.
Sí.
Se quita uno de andar caminando. Vale la pena invertir en él.
Muchas gracias, Higinio.
Igualmente, hasta luego.
Pero no le quito el tiempo ya.
Hasta luego.
Gracias, Higinio. Cuídese. Today we have Brizzo, a Cheetos Deja tu Huella ambassador, a talented singer, actor, and educator with us. Woo!
Hey, hey, what's good, y'all?
Hey, bro. Thank you for joining us. I'm going to dive right in. What does it mean to be a Cheetos Deja tu Huella ambassador? And how did it feel to be selected?
I gotta say, it's been such a beautiful experience and wild ride of inspiring the youth, representing my community, not only in my hometown in San Antonio, but where I'm at in New York and all the way here in Tulum, Mexico.
Hey.
It's been life-changing, seriously, especially like as an artist, as a singer, actor, being a part of also like the Billboards Week and seeing representation there with the Deja the Way Out program with other artists. It's been quite an experience, let me tell you.
Can you tell us a bit more about the work you do with the Good Good Collective?
Yeah, so we're all about providing high quality tuition-free performing arts education. So from music, theater, dance, and also visual arts to children in need, specifically underrepresented youth, Latinx, Black, Indigenous, and keeping culture alive in communities where they need it the most. So my impact is, we're based out of New York in Bushwick, Brooklyn, is my beautiful home. And I, wanted to do more, even though back when we started with limited resources, but we have an amazing program in my hometown in San Antonio and also in Tulum, Mexico, where we focus on the Maya indigenous children there in need.
And what kind of impact do you hope to leave on future generations and in the community?
I really want folks to be able to see themselves out there and chase their dreams. And even if they maybe don't see themselves out there, that they're fully capable, no matter where they come from, what upbringing. The reason why I do this work is because when I was a kid, I didn't have opportunities like this, And I really want kids, not only kids, but youth, old and young, just to keep going and be a student for life. I feel like for me, I'm a student for life, and I really want folks to just keep out there, stay curious, and stay inspired.
Dang.
Love that. And in which ways do you actually incorporate your culture into your work?
24/7, 365, because I am who I am. As a Chicana, it's important to me because when I grew up, it was like we had to assimilate to whiteness, right? There's many years where I experienced shame, like I wasn't able to be myself in these spaces, and I needed to be somebody else. It wasn't until my later adult years, it's where, again, like in New York, having the space where you see other folks like embracing their culture, embracing who they are, it became a space where I'm like, oh, I can be this way too. And so we really do want to showcase that, hey, we're not a monolith, and we're all here to support one another and keep shining and rising.
That's awesome.
Most definitely.
And what other huellas would you like to leave behind?
I feel for me, it's the creative side of me. Like, I want to tour. I want to do more storytelling. I want to bring more folks on board and represent their cultures. It's why I do this work, and I'm so passionate.
She's doing it.
Yeah, you're doing the thing.
I'm trying. I'm telling you, I'm trying.
are.
That's why I love the Huella program, seriously, because it's helped give a platform to tell my story. We still have a lot of needs. Funding is a big issue. Sustainability is so important to me. I could easily go and impact 3,000 students, but I want to focus on 100 students and 200 hours each, it's important to me because, again, when I grew up, it was like we were in these little programs as a kid, and maybe 1 month, 2 months, and then never to be seen again. But I do remember those mentors, those educators at that time. So I always take that to heart, that what I'm doing, the kids see me out there hustling, being an artist, singing, acting, but also taking the time to inspire them. And it's literally has been so rewarding in that world,
Thank you so much, Brizzo, for coming on and telling us more about the mark you're leaving behind. And where can people follow you?
Yeah, you can follow me on all the socials at Brizzo Torres, Instagram, TikTok, and as well, the Good Collective. We're on those platforms as well. And check out our website. You feel so inclined, follow our journey.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Brizzo. If you're out there helping your communities, go tell Cheetos about it. Enter for your chance to win $25,000 and become the next Cheetos Deja Huella ambassador.
Help me welcome the evil cooks. So this is where tacos join the dark side. So thank you guys for joining us today. And what are your names?
My name is Elvia.
My name is Alex Garcia.
Thank you for coming. So how do you guys both meet?
We met in the Slayer mosh pit concert.
Were you guys moshing or?
Yeah, we ended up moshing.
Los dos?
Yeah.
I love that. And I love how you guys are hardcore. You guys are both in there because it gets intense. How did you go from the mosh pit to creating tacos together?
I always wanted to be a rock star, but being a rock star doesn't pay the bills, so I had to do something for a living. And I think the tacos and the metal scene is like music goes hand to hand. And we try to put that energy into the tacos for sure. Like it's like some type of chaos, but at the end of the day, when you taste them, like you feel that you're having something that makes sense at the end of the day. Since we couldn't be rock stars, like we can be like rockstar taqueros, why not?
I love that. What do we have today?
Today we brought our octopus taco and our flan taco.
We're gonna start with the flan one, right?
Yes.
Ooh, oh my gosh.
This is our flan taco.
That's our most famous dessert taco that we have. That was the first dessert taco that we introduced to people in 2019.
Yeah. So our tortilla is a hybrid. It's a mix of corn and flour.
Oh shoot.
So it's in between like a crepe and a pancake.
Yeah, there's
I'll
two
have
more.
one with you.
There's
Just so
two
you're not
more.
alone.
Yeah. Never had I tried flan tacos. This is great, guys.
So it has polvorón, that's a shortbread cookie, coconut flakes, some orange peels, and some mint.
This is great, guys. Okay, well, vamos a probar the octopus one. They're black. Like, do people sometimes,
They say it's
get nervous?
burnt.
Oh, it's burnt.
People think it's
Está
burnt.
Why is it
quemadito.
burnt? It's not. It's a recado negro.
So what we do, we burn chiles, cacao, tortilla, and it comes in a paste, and that's how we marinate the octopus.
How did, the evil cooks come about? Like, how did you guys think of that?
So it came out like a shared company. I was a chef for so many years that I got burned out, and I wanted to do something else than just be in the office doing paperwork. So I started drawing some stuff in my free time, and I started selling shirts. And I call it Evil Cooks because of a tattoo that I got. And people start asking for caterings, private events, private dinners. So we're like, let's do it. And we end up having the same name, Evil Cooks. Just keep it like that. And that's how we start cooking on the streets of LA.
That's really cool. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm excited to try this one. Excited and nervous, but we'll go in.
I hope you like spicy food.
Oh, dude, I love it. I love spicy food. I think one of the little suction cups just went. Just kidding, I'm joking.
It kissed you.
I know,
A little kiss.
What's the most heavy metal taco you got?
We have the Gene Siemens. That's
Our lengua
taco.
What else?
We have the chilaquiles. That's a chilaquiles burrito.
Burrito.
Or torta.
Really? That's a lot of tortilla, though. I love it, though. I love some
carbs.
tortillas. Tortillas
Will knock you out.
Yeah.
We have something called El Asesino. That's cheese, octopus, black pastor. And that's a huge taco for sure.
That's cool. So, say I were to take my abuelita to go have the tacos. I know they're super dark and what would you recommend?
We have a lot of good stuff for beginners, people who's afraid of try something new, something that has the little devil in it.
Los tacos del diablo.
Los tacos del diablo. We tell them to try the green chorizo, the black pastor, something more familiar to whatever they had before.
Yes.
Or carnitas light.
And what would the devil's order look like?
We have the 4 horsemen, 4 of our tacos, the pastor, the octopus, the asesino,
And the Maxaden.
and the mixaden.
What's the McSaden?
The
It's a
cheeseburger.
taco.
Oh. Well, thank you guys so much. And yes, let's give a round of applause. And where can people follow you? And also, where can they find you? Do you have an events coming up that you're going to be at?
Usually people can find us on social media, especially on Instagram, evil_cooks, or on our webpage, evilcooksla.com. And we'll post our schedule regularly there.
Good. Well, I can't wait to try your other tacos. Hopefully we run into each other at an event.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
Thanks, sister. How are those tacos?
Dude, they were good. I've never had a flan taco, and I've never had octopus.
Really?
Yeah. I'm just afraid of the freaking suction cups.
You're gonna get stuck.
It's gonna on my tongue.
It's gonna come back to life.
Yeah, it's gonna come back to life.
But they were good, right?
Tentacles. Huh?
And the flan tacos?
Actually, they were good. Yeah, no, and they were super chill. I love their love story. Come on, meeting while you're moshing.
Romance
your glasses fall off, you put them back on, and there's the love of your life.
Is your Prince Charming?
Maybe I should do that, huh, brother? Go moshing and see if I find the love of my life.
Do it, sister, but be careful. Don't wear your glasses.
Oh, I've
Maybe you have to,
I've
right?
moshed before.
Oh,
I get down. But anyways, Thank you guys so much for joining us today on Link in Bio. Again, I'm Jenny.
I'm Alejandro, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.